Dorothy Raffel was already playing pickup basketball with older boys at the local college gym.
Here she was, a young girl living in State College, Pennsylvania, who had enormous skill and talent as an athlete, who wanted to play, and who was simply being denied a chance to let her God-given talents come through. Her school was getting federal funds. The government was responsible for giving her a fair opportunity, and it was doing nothing.
In junior high school, there wasn't any girls' after-school program. There was nothing for the girls other than cheerleading. And so in 8th grade, I decided that I would try out for the boys' basketball team. And that wasn't viewed very receptively by the coach or anyone else. There were all kinds of wonderful comments, like if I would try out, I would have to take showers with the boys, and other sort of enlightened comments.
Rather than allow Raffel to play with the boys, her junior high school created a separate program for girls.
And it was supposedly pick-up basketball. One of the gym teachers would come and sort of stand in the gym, and you could play basketball if you wanted, so it certainly wasn't a comparable program.
In 1974, 14-year-old Dorothy Raffel added her voice to a lawsuit filed by the Women's Equity Action League. On behalf of girls nationwide, it charged the federal government with failure to enforce Title IX.
What if we need to move a table? Should we choose only boys to move a table? No. Okay. The intelligence of the...
As Raffel's case wound its way through the courts, parents got involved in local schools to ensure equal treatment for girls.
Right, so what do we try to treat people as?
Where sports programs could be made coeducational, they were. But Title IX also recognized the physical differences between men and women.
Title IX said you can't have, say, one basketball team and tell men and women to come out and try out for it, and we simply take the best players. Title IX said, yes, you should have sports for women. You should invest public resources in their development. There should be some principle of equity in our educational system.
Within 2 decades, 40% of all high school athletes were female. Bias-free textbooks and readers appeared, and vocational courses became co-ed. With more doors open to them, women began earning more than half of all undergraduate and master's degrees. Dorothy Raffel, number 34, went on to receive one of the first college athletic scholarships for women, made possible by Title IX. Named Freshman All-American, Dorothy Raffel eventually earned a doctorate in economics and is now a professor at Fordham University.
I'm pleased with the fact that I had the opportunity to make things easier for, for my daughter when she goes to play these things, that she'll feel comfortable, that she won't have to sort of refight that battle.
People now see that women have the capability and that the country can benefit from women's skills, whether it's the Olympics, where for the first time we saw women's teams winning gold medals in softball, in basketball, in soccer. And that was all because of Title IX.
It's very exciting when you think that what this one civil rights statute was able to generate was a real movement towards equality in not just education, not just public schools, not just K through 12, but in the professions, because that then has an impact on the workplace.
The sweep of civil rights legislation was extended to children with disabilities, nearly 3.7 million students in 1976.
Efforts to achieve equality of education for children with disabilities were also based very heavily on the Brown decision. Students who had been excluded based on their disability said separate is inherently unequal, and we deserve to be included in the same schools and classrooms as non-disabled students.
As with Title IX and bilingual education, it wasn't enough to simply treat everyone equally. Schools had to provide the resources and training to make learning possible. The changes were often costly and controversial, but widely implemented.